Welcome back into the snookersystem.com's YouTube channel, the place where you subscribe for videos, tips and hints of how to play this game better. And head over to snookersystem.com, the world's first online academy, where we take you through in precise, minute detail how to play this game and make you a better player. Now, one of the questions that we get asked a lot is, what should we be looking at when we play a shot in snooker? Obviously, there are three things in every shot that we play. One is a cue ball, one is an object ball, and the other is a pocket if we're trying to pot a ball. So what should we actually be looking at? Well, it's a debate that rages on. Some people think you should be looking at the cue ball. Others say you should be looking at the object ball. What do we say at the Snooker System? Well, let's go through it. Okay, so there are lots of processes when we're playing a shot. We've got the standing position before we actually drop onto the shot. Then we've got our pre-shot routine. When we're over the shot, we're doing our feathers. And then we've got the actual delivery of the cue when we play the shot itself. And there are different things that we say you should be looking at throughout that process. So in the standing position, we're obviously deciding the shot that we're going to play. We're picking our line of aim, and then we're dropping onto the shot. Now, I need to be aware where the cue ball is. I need to be standing, looking down the line of aim from the cue ball to the point on the object ball that I need to strike. And when I actually drop down onto the shot, what should I be looking at? Well, not the cue ball, because although I'm striking the cue ball, I need to be looking at where I'm striking it, and that is obviously the point on the object ball that I need to strike that line of aim. So standing behind the ball, as you drop into the shot, you need to be looking at the object ball. So focus, this is a straight shot, so I'm looking at the center of the object ball. As I drop down, focusing on that point, and I do not take my eyes off the object ball until I drop onto the shot and my chin's on the cue. Now I come to the cue ball. So I need to look at the cue ball now because I want to make sure I'm striking it where I want to. In this particular instance, I'm just aiming at the center of the cue ball because I'm going to play a stun run shot. Then I look up at the object ball to make sure that I'm aiming correctly, and when I'm happy with that, I go through my feathering process. During the feathering, you're looking at both cue ball and object ball, making sure that everything is okay. Then you have your final backswing, pause, look up at the object ball. So, the answer to the question of what do you look at when you play a shot in snooker, as you play it, it's the object ball. You don't want to be looking at the cue ball when you play the shot, because you've got to be looking at where you are striking the cue ball. So it is at the point of playing the shot, you're looking up at the object ball. Yes, you look at the cue ball during the process. Yes, you look at both balls when you're doing your feathering. But when it comes to playing the shot, eyes on the object ball. Now that I'm on the shot, I come back to the cue ball, want to make sure I'm striking it in the right place. Then I'm feathering, looking at cue ball, object ball, object ball, back to the cue ball, backswing, look up, object ball, and play the shot. And hopefully you've potted the ball, and then you can move on to the next shot. So just to recap, be aware of where both balls are in the standing position. You need to do that to pick your line of aim. Drop on to the cue, focused on the object ball. When you're down on the shot, you can come to the cue ball to do your checks. As you're feathering, you want to be looking up at the object ball, back to the cue ball, to make sure that everything is correct before you play the shot. And then when you bring the cue back, make sure your eyes are up on the object ball, you pause, and then you deliver the cue. Hope you enjoyed that short video. about where you should be looking when you play a game in snooker. Don't forget, like, subscribe, and hit the bell, and head over to snookersystem.com, and we look forward to seeing you there.